Hey, Steven. Hey. I can't see that. Oh, good evening, Alexis. Okay, class. I just noticed that the homework assignments don't have a timer on it. They're supposed to be like 90 minutes. And I just noticed that. That's going to be changed for the next homework assignment. There's supposed to be a timer on there. Also for the homework, the quiz is supposed to be 90 minutes, and the homework's also supposed to be like 90 minutes. For the quiz, you have one try, and for the homework, you have two. So that's going to be adjusted. Enjoy it today, and it comes to an end. Okay, so I just want you guys to know that. Okay, we're going to go over homework 2, the homework 3, and we're going to start with. Can everybody hear me? Right? Everybody can hear me. And also, can you guys see the screen? Somebody say something so that way I don't feel like.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
Professor,
we
we
can
can
hear you.
We can see the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Now, let's start with problem number 3. You expect to have 12,000 in 1 year. A bank is offering you 6% interest. Let me take out the answer. It's going to change it again. You have $11,000, and a bank is offering you a loan of 5.5 interest per year. How much can you borrow today? So what you need to do is to find the present value of $11,000, right? And the way you're going to do that is you're going to use your calculator. You can do it 2 ways. You can say 11,000 divided by 1.055, or you can go into your calculator, and I recommend the calculator because that way you don't make a mistake. So as far as this is concerned, the number of periods, right, n1 equals n, or n equals 1, right? Let me do it that way. And you know that you put in the numeric first and then hit the function, right? IY is 5.5, right? Payment is 0. Payment is 0. Payment is 0, right? Future value, what you expect to have in 1 year, 11,000, and then you compute for PV, which is present value, and I don't know what the answer is. What is the answer?
10,941.26.
Right, 10,941.26. So this is saying, no,
Oh,
Professor, it is
I think it
10,426. 10,426.54.
okay. All right, good. So make sure when you're doing it on the calculator, right, those are the things that's going to give you a lot of problems during the exam, right? I'm here, so it's easier this way because I'm here. But when you're on your own, you have to know the calculations. So anytime, let me go back to it. Anytime you hear present value, right? What you expect to borrow today, so you know it's present value. Future value is what it's going to be worth a year from now. You know that it has to be less than this number, the present value of it, and using a discount. And the future value has to be more than this, right? Keep that in mind. Okay, so let's go over here. So now this is asking you to calculate the future value of 5,000. So we know the answers that we're going to be getting are going to be greater than $5,000, right? So let's do this together. For the 4 years at an interest rate of 9%, right? We're going to say N equals 4, IY equals 9. Payment is 0. Payment is 0. Present value is 5,000. Present value is 5,000. And then we compute for future value. So what did we get?
7,058.
Wait, can you repeat that,
Cents?
Professor?
Okay, it's the nearest dollar. Good job. Now,
Can you repeat that
yes,
process?
let me, okay, you got to speak up because I can't hear you.
Can you repeat the process, please?
Absolutely. So we're trying to find out the future value, right? I want to know you work for a firm, right? You work for Goldman Sachs, and you tell your boss, if we put 5 million in, we lend this bank $5 million, they're going to pay us back at 9% interest. So your boss says to you, show them what's the calculation. How much are we going to get back? Right? And you say, this is what we're going to give them 5 and we're going to get 7 back. But this is how we would calculate it. We would say N equals 4, right? Which is the number of periods. So N equals 4, right? The interest rate, the IY, is equal to 9, right? 9. Payment, there's a payment, PYMT, right? Payment is equal to 0, right? It's the amount and then the function, but you doing it when I'm saying it to you, I have to say the function and then the amount, right? And then present value, what you have in your hand, you say in front of you, the 5 million. So present or 5,000, right, as it is now. Present value is 5,000. 5 and 3 zeros, right? And then you compute for future value. So it equals 7,058, and it tells you round to the nearest dollar. Follow the rule that it's asking you, right? Because if you put 7058 spot 26, the answer is wrong. It clearly states, to round to the nearest dollar. Now let's do the next one, right? And it's for 8 years. So the number of periods is 8. The interest rate is 9%. Payment is 0. Present value is 5,000. And then you compute for future value. So this is at 8 years. So what's the answer here?
9,962.
I think it's 963 because we have to round up.
Yes, 963.
Yes, I think 9,
Yes,
9, 7,
963.
Good. Now, let's do the last one here. Okay. Now it's at 18% and N equals 4. N equals 4. IY equals 18. Payment is 0. Present value is 5,000. And then compute for future value.
$9,693.94.
How much?
$9,694.
Good. So what happens when you put money in the bank? What happens when you put money in the bank? Okay. If, let's say it's at, let's say this amount right here, this $5,000 at 9%. Okay. So the first year, you're going to get 9% interest, right? So let's say that it was 5 times 4, $450, right? At 9%, right? 9 times 5, right? 450. So year one, you have 5,450. Year two, you're going to get interest on 5,450, not $5,000, because it's being compounded. As the interest grows, you're going to be earning interest on interest, right? So that's what happens. That's what happens, right? So as time, in the beginning, you start with a small amount of interest. Then it eventually grows. Then you can start making interest on interest. So the money grows faster. That's what happens, right? You don't get it on the $5,000. You get it based on the interest that's being earned yearly, right? Compounded. Then the second year, right? And then the third year, and then so on. That's what happens. A lot of people fail to realize that. They don't understand that concept. I don't get it, you know. Think of it this way. Your money is growing each time, each year by that amount. And then you're going to get interest based on what you had the year before. And so on and so on and so on. Okay? So here, what happens here is your cousin is currently 12 years old. she will be going to college in 6 years. Your aunt and uncle would like to have $100,000 in the savings account to fund her education at that time. If the account promised to pay a fixed interest rate of 4.4 per year, how much money do they need to put in the account today to ensure that they will have $100,000? So clearly, we need to know what the present value of $100,000, right, is for 6 years from now. So the number of periods is going to be 6. The number of periods is going to be 6, right? IY is going to be 4.4. Payment is going to be 0. Payment is going to be 0. What I expect to have in the future is $100,000. So the future value is 100,000. And then I compute for present value. What do I need to put in the bank right now to have $100,000 in the bank in 6 years? That's what the question is here. And what's the answer
I think
to that?
it's 77,231.95.
Great. So again, if we were at a firm, this would have been 100 million or even $1 billion, right? Those are the kind of monies that you're going to be dealing with when you work at a firm. However, we're dealing with the class. We need to simplify it. That way you understand it. This is a business class, right? These are the kind of things that you're going to be seeing. Now, again, if you work for a small bank, right, you will see numbers like this. But if you work for a large firm, you don't see numbers like that. Unless you're in an area that deals with smaller clients. But if you're working in the investment banking of Solomon Smith Barney, you're not going to see anything for 100,000 unless it's interest on something. Right? Other than that, it's big money. So this is why the rounding is so important. This is why the rounding is so important, because once you start trying to think you're cutting corners, right, with the roundings and your multiplications, 0.003 times 100 million or 300 million is a substantial amount of money. When you make a mistake like that in rounding, and then you're going to try to go back to the firm that you gave the additional funds to, you're going to have a problem. Because what happens is, it's embarrassing first, and God forbid you've been doing this for a while, audit is going to catch it, right? And you won't be there that long. You won't be there that long.
Professor, can I ask you a question? Since for now
Yeah.
payment is always 0, could we just skip and not type it into the calculator?
Is there what?
Since for now payment is always 0, could we just skip it and not type it into the calculator?
You know what? I want you to get in the habit of that because you're going to be using it. There's a reason
Okay, fine.
behind this. I'm
Okay.
telling you, there's a reason behind this because you're going to be using payments soon, coming up.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much.
Okay? You're very welcome. You're planning to invest in an account earning 14% per year for retirement. If you put $1,000 in the account at age 23 and withdraw it for 48 years later, how much will you have? So what would I do here? Right, you're planning 14%. If you put 1,000 at the age of 23 and withdraw it 48 years from now, how much would you have? So first thing we have to realize is, what is n equal to?
48.
48.
Okay, so, oh, good. N equals to what?
I think it's
48.
25.
No,
I say 25.
25. N is equal to 25. If you put at 23 and you withdraw it at 48, it can be 48 would be if you started at when you were 1. This you started at 23. So 23, 48 minus 23 is what?
So it's 25.
Right. So n equals what?
25.
But it says you
Okay, so let's
withdraw
do
it.
it. Excuse
What is
me?
it? It says you withdraw it 48 years later. It didn't say you withdraw it when you turn 48.
Yeah, that's what I want to point out too. It doesn't say that
Wait a minute,
at
wait a
age.
minute, wait a minute.
It's saying that you
You're
withdraw
right.
it 48
You're right.
years later.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. I'm wrong. Good point. Okay, you're right. Right. Absolutely. So let's work it out. Let's see. N equals what?
48.
48.
Okay. Okay, you keep going. Let's see. We're going to find out. This would have been 25 if he withdrew it when he was 48 years old. That's the difference. Thank you.
I got 538,000.
$4,000?
$538,806.55.
No, that's a little too high. Not $4,000. So let's do it together. N equals 48. N equals 48. IY equals 14. Payment is 0. Present value is 1,000. And then compute for future value.
538,806.
What do you have?
Yeah, it should be 6.
No,
538.
807. It's 807.
500?
Nearest cent, he said, is 55.
So what is it? 500?
538.
No,
38,000.
538,806 and 55 cents.
No, you have to go back. 538,806.55.
Yeah.
Good job. Okay, now, same question. Let's do it for 38 years. This is to give you practice with the calculator, to make you comfortable with the calculator. So
I
N no
think
longer
it's
equals 48.
145.
How much?
145,339.73.
145,239.43.
339.73.
145,339.73. Good job. Now look at the difference. Look at the difference in 10 years with compounding interest. Amazing, right? Look at the difference. Good. Wow. Amazing what 10 years will do. Now, this is how it would look in the old days. Imagine this, right? Calculating this by hand. Now we can do it on a calculator.
Professor, how you were doing that time without computer?
I just showed you we would first have to get the exponent and keep going. Oh man, can you imagine how many mistakes were made? I can't see that. Somebody sent me a laughing and pray. Exactly. All right. Now, again, take over. Anybody and give me some answers here. We're going to be ranking again to get good at the calculator. First, calculate the present value of each alternative.
I think it's 129.63.
Next.
I got 189.04.
Professor, it is 156.53.
Good. Next.
$148.22.
Good. So if we were to rank them, how would they be ranked? Most valuable to least valuable.
So it was 231.
Good. Let's continue. 140. Get used to that calculator. It's like second nature.
$134.62.
Next.
$189.04.
Last one.
Two 16.18.
I can't hear that. One more time.
216.18.
Good. Now rank them.
Yeah, Professor, can we just go over how to calculate that last one?
Sure. The last one?
Yeah, because I'm getting weird numbers in my calculator.
No. So it's n equals 10. IY equals 4. Payment is 0. Future value is 320. And then compute for present value.
Yeah, I'm getting like negative number. Did I press something or something?
All right. Clear out your calculator. Second. You have the same ones we have, right?
Yeah.
Second.
Mhm.
Hit second and then hit clear.
All right.
Okay? All right. So let's rank this.
Three, two, one.
Good. Good job. All right, we're almost done here. So let's do the first one at 18%. First year.
$118.64.
$118.
0.64.
Yeah, 0.64.
Next.
$100.54.
Last.
$61.14.
Good. Now let's rank them.
Two, one, three.
It's
I mean, one, two, three.
it's 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Good. Okay. What is the present value of 2000 receive 24 years from now, from today, when the interest rate is 10%?
I got 19,699.47 cents.
Impossible. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Remember what I said. If it's present value, it has to be less than what we're trying to calculate. What is the present value? Receive 24 years.
It's 203.05.
203.05?
Yeah.
Good. Next one.
Six hundred.
6 what?
637.26 cents.
Good. Next.
$1,128.95.
Okay. I want to see, somebody sent me, what is that? Second format, then press 6. That's right. To
Professor, can
try
you
this
just go
for
back to the
myself.
question? Sorry, can you just go back to the question really quick, the previous one?
Sure.
I just wanted to get the last answer. Oh, okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Try this on your own. Read, read the question carefully. Okay,
Can I try? I got 1,677.72.
no,
No. All right.
2262.98.
22? No, that's not the answer. Okay, so let's analyze this first, right? We go into the bank and we put $1,000 in the bank, right? So, and then today, and then 600 more in the bank 1 year from now, right? So the $1,000 is in there for 2 years, and the $600 is in there for 1 year. So you have two different things going on. So for the $1,000, N is equal to 2. And for the 600, the number of periods is equal to 1. And then add them together. And then give me the answer.
So I think the answer is 1,662.90.
1,000? 662?
662.90.
90?
No, wait, 98, not 90.
98,
I think the last,
8. Good job. So this is the trick. The part that kills everybody is that they put them together. And it's two separate problems, right? First, the 1,000, you have that in there. You go into the bank today and you put 1,000 and 600 more in the bank in 1 year. So two things happen. The grand is in there, the 1,000 is in there for 2, and the 600 is in there for 1. So this future value, right? And then this, and then you add them together. However, we use our calculator and we say n equals 2, right? Number of periods, and n equals 1 for the 600. And that's how we come up with that answer. So if you look at it, you have to, if you look at it, you have to do two things, and then you're able to put them together. Any questions here? Now, I'll tell you something you're not going to believe. If this was on our exam, this question, about 50% of our class will get this wrong. Okay, let's move on. Okay, take over. I want to see. Take over. Based on what we've been doing.
$533 and 35 cents.
How much?
Yeah, I don't know if it makes sense. 533 and 35 cents. It's way too.
No. No.
Would
Professor,
it be 91,148 with 66 cents?
Yep.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, this is where the confusion comes in, right? This is where the confusion comes in. When someone is asking you how much do they need put in the account, excuse me? How much they need to put in the account today, right? That's telling you that they want to have a certain amount in 4 years. So that means that they need to know the present value. What do I need to put in the bank today to have $105,000 4 years from now? That's what the question is asking. And you need to have the present value, right? It's a little confusing at the beginning, but as we go along, you're going to be a pro at it. But also don't get ahead of yourself in thinking that you got it, right? So you got to be careful. You got to be careful when you use the calculator. Very careful. Now, I've assigned the homework. right? And any questions on anything that we need to go? Let me start with one. Right? Any questions that we need to go over that you might feel you're not comfortable with? And just tell me. Just tell me. Because it's a lot to take in.
Professor, can you please explain this question about the car
This one right
dealership? Yes.
Okay, so this question right here is a dealership question, right? Is a dealership question. Now you working at, to move this amount of cars, 42,000 cars, you're regional, right? So what this is saying that they have lowered the price. They have lowered the price of the car from 30,500 to 28,300. So they're offering a rebate, an incentive, right, to sell more cars. To sell more cars, right? They usually sell 42,000 cars, right, in a year, right? So the rebate is going to cost 42,000 times 2,200. What's the answer to that?
$924 million.
924 million?
92.
No, 92,400,000.
92.4. Good. Now, they estimate that they're going to go from 42,000 to 55, right? So that's going to be they're going to be selling 13,000 more cars, right? They're going to be selling 13,000 more cars. So 55 minus 42 is 13,000. And then you're going to say 13,000 times 6,960. And how much is that?
90.5 million.
90.5, right?
Yes.
So
Professor, sorry, can you please repeat? I'm sorry.
I will. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. So did they make more money from the rebate or less?
More money.
Yeah, but
The benefit of the benefit of the rebate higher than the rebate?
They lost
No.
money. They're losing
lost.
money.
Exactly. Does not look attractive, but it's not always that way on my lab. It's not always that way. Okay, now, so here's what happens. The last part to get this 90,005, right? They usually sell 42,000 cars, right? The cars went up. They went up. Their sales went up by 13,000, right? They sold from 42. They increased their sales to 55. So the net between 42 and 55 is 13. And then the rebate, the profit margin, is 6,960. So we're going to say 13,000 times 6,960, and we're going to get 90 million point five. So it looks something like this. This is what the calculation looks like.
So what does the $2,000 in the beginning of the question have to do with any of this?
No, of course it does, because we lowered the price of the car from 30,000. It went
Oh.
from 30,005. That was the original price. It went down to 28,300 to
Okay.
get you into the door. Got it?
Okay.
Okay. It's okay. It's okay. You don't know, you don't know. And I like that. You question it, and it's a good thing. You're working for a dealership. You say, where's this coming from, right? One of the worst things to do in business is to act like you know something and you don't. Because what's going to happen is you're going to say and do something that's saying that you don't understand what's going on. Right? There isn't anything wrong with saying, I don't know and I'm wrong. There isn't anything wrong with that. There is something wrong with saying, I do know and you don't know. And there is something trying to hide that you have the knowledge and you don't. There's nothing wrong. I don't know what that is. Okay. Right? For some people, it was obvious, and other people it wasn't. Right? You don't know, you don't know. I made a mistake. Clear it up right away. When you try to hide a mistake, that's when it blows up in your face. Right? You can make a $20 million mistake at work. You sent, you made a transposition, you sent 20 million, 2 million, you sent 20 million instead of 2, you're out 18. Okay. You go right in front of your boss and say, I made a mistake. I sent 20 million instead of 2. Okay, we got this. You go in there, you talk about it. Okay, let's get the money back. Let's call the bank, and we're going to get the money back. Fine. The worst thing to do is to hide it. Don't tell them what's going on. All of a sudden, they come back, phone calls come in. We got extra money here. They're looking at their balance sheet on the Treasury. They're over by 20 million, and they're over by 18 million. And oh my God, where they're short. You're going to create disaster, right? Right away, you make a mistake, say, I made a mistake. You're right. Say it. You're a bigger person when you do that than when you try to hide a mistake. You don't know, you don't know. All right. Let's move on to the next one. Okay? Now, see, somebody was questioning me the other day. You're an international shrimp trader, a food producer in the Czech, came up to you, supply you frozen shrimp, and then the same Thai baht, if current competitive markets or 25, whatever it is, right, the exchange rate. This is a finance class, okay? You are an international shrimp trader or any type of trader, and things come across your desk. The whole idea of you being a trader, you are a wheeler and dealer, right? What is an international trader going to do with shrimps? What is he going to do with them? He trades them. He does not keep them. Where's the refrigerator? Imagine that. Imagine what this guy is going to be doing if he had to refrigerate this stuff and keep. What's he going to do with it? No, that's not what happened. That's what this class is all about. He's going to be moving them. He's going to sell them to restaurants. He's going to move them to Costco. He's going to move them to Olive Garden, the head company, whatever restaurant. I forget the name of that restaurant chain that owns all these food companies, right? He's going to be moving it. He's not going to be holding them, right? The minute he gets it, the minute the deal comes over the phone, and sometimes too, right? He might be dealing with 2 or 3 different guys. He might be dealing with a guy in the Czech Republic, and he might be dealing with a guy in Thailand, right? He's getting shrimp from both, and then he's moving them. As long as he makes a profit, he's doing good, right? As long as he's doing a profit. First we convert, we move them, and then you, as the trader, you want to make sure you get the bang for your buck, which means that you want to do this deal like a spot, on the spot. So because the currency is either losing value or gaining value on his side, or the other way around. So you want to do this as quickly as possible. Turn off the mic, please. You want to do this deal as soon as possible. So first thing you're going to do, you're going to convert the Thai baht, right, into dollars. So it's currency divided by rate. Currency divided by rate for both of them, right? So if you divide, let's see what the Thai is 2,900,000 divided by 40.67. How much do you get?
71,305 with 63 cents.
71,305.63, right? Good. Now you move the other side. What's the krona? 2,400,000 divided by 25.36.
94.
94,637.22.
Right. Now you've made your deal. Now how much did you make? You sold this to Costco and sold this to Olive Garden. What's the net profit here?
23,331.59.
That's what your job is. That's what your job is as a trader. You are wheeling. This could be tires. This could be coffee. This could be sugar. This could be shoes. Could be dresses. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. You're not holding it. You're not there to hold anything. That's not your job. Your job is to get it and move it. That's what you do as a trader, right? What's he going to do with the shrimp? What's he going to do with 2.9 million of whatever it weighs? Where's the refrigeration he's going to have for that? He doesn't have any warehouses for that. The thing is that he's trying to wheel and deal it. And then also keep in mind, these currencies are changing by the second. If you ever watch on Wall Street, if you ever see currencies changing, they change by and I mean it moves, right? And if he's dealing with foreign currencies, right? Anything can happen. Anything can happen, right? So far, there's something happened in the Czech Republic. Their currency either loses value, right, or gain value. If it loses, he wins. If he gains, right, the other way around. And also, he's looking at it on your side, right? Are your dollars gaining or losing? So that's what this wheeling and dealing is about. That's what this whole class is about. Any questions here? Okay. I saw a couple of questions on the quiz, right? As I said before, the class, somehow the timer on the homework, I don't know what happened. There isn't a time on the homework, and it should be a time on there. But there is one on the quiz. So the quiz is 90 minutes. I don't know what happened here. So I'm going to call Pearson to fix this issue. So the next homeworks are going to have time on it. They're going to have time a lot of times. All right, let me show you something that, as you know, I don't like to send you to war without. Oh, my screen just froze. Hold on one second. Give it a second, guys. Okay, we're back. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay. Can you guys see this?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, try this problem.
Is it $27,366 and yeah,
27,000?
27,000 and 366.
What?
Is this nearest dollar? I can't.
Okay. Second part.
So do we do 65 as n or 65 minus 18?
Well, 18 from 65. That's where that's what I'm thinking.
So it's 594, 524,
594?
524.
Okay. Last one.
Would it be $1,000?
1,000 even?
Yeah.
Okay. Nope. There are two answers that are wrong there. All right, let's start with the first one. Let's start with the first one. So N on the first one, N equals 7. N equals 7, right? IY equals 8. Okay, and present value is 3,996. Compute for future value. And what do you get?
$6,848 with 44 cents.
6,000.
848 with 44 cents.
48 and 4.
It's to the nearest dollar.
Nearest dollar.
So
So 8,848. Okay, next one. 18 minus 65 minus 18 is how much?
47.
All right. So N equals 47. IY is 8. IY is 8. IY is 8. Present value, payment is 0. Present value is 3,996. Right? And compute for future value. What's the amount?
148,779.
500.
No, 148,000.
148.
779.
Okay. The last one.
$1,000.
Good.
Professor, can you explain how we get $1,000?
Absolutely. Okay. N equals 18. IY equals 8%. Payment is 0. Payment is 0. Right? Future value is 3,996. And then compute for present value.
And can you please also explain again, sorry, for A?
For A,
Yes.
okay. So it says if he left the money until he was 25. So at 18, he was allowed to withdraw the money, right? So 18 minus 25 is 7. So N equals 7. He had this amount at 18 years old. So that's where you start from.
No, actually, I didn't get the number of years. That's confusing.
How's that confusing? He was able 18, and he's withdrawing it at 25. If he left the money till he's 25 years old, so the money from 18 to 25, that's where you start. You have this amount, right? So 25 minus 18 is 7. So N equals 7, right? And then the percentage is 8%. The payment is 0. The amount the amount, right, is 3,996, which is the present value, is what he has in his hands right now. And then we compute for future value, what it's worth when he's 25 years old, right? And that adds up to 6,848, 6,848. If he left it to when he was, if he leaves the money, if he leaves the money until he's 65, right? So it's 65 minus 18, right? Which is 47. So N equals 47. And then IY is 8%. Okay. Present value payment is 0. Present value is 3,996, and you compute for future value. Now we want to know what the original investment was. What did Grandpa start with? What was the original amount? So remember now he's 18. So N equals 18. We're calculating for the original amount. N is 18. IY equals 8%, right? And 8%. Payment is 0, right? Future value is 3,000. Hold on. Is 3,996. Compute for present value, and it's $1,000. These are a little confusing because what happens is it throws you off. You got to think about it. All right? So we're going to stop right here. Your homework is assigned. Your quiz will be assigned on Thursday. Enjoy that you have no time on the homework for now. I have to fix that. I have to call them and fix that. All right, let me take attendance.
Professor, the homework is due on Thursday and the quiz is due when?
Quiz is due on next Tuesday.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
All right, so I'll see you guys on Thursday. We'll go over the quiz again. All right, take care.
Have a
Good
good
night,
one, man.
Professor.
Take care.
Good night, Professor. Thank
Yes,
you.
Elena, you have a question?
Yeah, Professor, I have a question. Hello?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Oh, hi.
Hey,
So,
Professor, I have
so I emailed you. I don't know if you've received my email. I emailed you through.
Oh, okay. You got full credit for it.
I
You still
did
got 100, right?
for homework number 2.
Yeah,
Because on my end, it doesn't say that I got full credit.
you did. You did. I
Because
saw that.
because they cut me off halfway. I wasn't able to finish the homework fully. I only got to question 6, and I had 3
Right.
more left.
I don't know, but it seems like it was okay to me on my end. And don't let one homework, worry more about one homework is 1% of 10%. So that's not really a big thing, okay?
Oh, okay, fine. And in regard, sorry.
Oh, sorry. You can go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Okay, sorry. In regards to the midterm, do you know when exactly it's going to be? Or I don't know if you mentioned it before.
Not yet. Not yet. I haven't mentioned it. No, I did not.
Oh, okay.
All right?
Okay, fine. Okay. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
You're very welcome. Aisha, you had a question?
Yes, Professor, I have a question. I actually had an emergency last week. I was not able to attend both the classes, and I was also not able to do the quiz number 2 and homework number 2.
All right, send me an email and I'll look
Yes.
at it. All
I
right?
sent you an email. Yeah, I already sent you an email about it
When?
on today and Sunday also,
Oh. Today and when?
and Sunday. I've sent you 2 emails actually.
Wait, hold on. I don't remember getting an email from Aisha. Why is that?
Your ID is R
I
Michelle.
didn't get you. Not you. Aisha? Aisha?
Yes,
Zero.
Professor.
I did not get any emails from you.
You know, I
Let me
sent you
give
2
you my
emails.
email address. It's Roland, ROLAND .Michelle
Mm-hmm.
at legacymail.qc.cuny.edu.
Yes, this is the correct email address. This is the email
I
address
didn't get
which is
anything from you. Hold on one second. I'm going to show you something. You see this? Nothing from you.
I don't know why.
I don't know. Okay, hold on one second. Hold on one second. Aisha, last name Aisha?
Last name is AHSAN.
A. Okay. Ashan.
Yes, it's AHSAN.
Don't hang up. Okay, you're good.
Professor, can you please share your
Thank you,
email
Professor.
address?
I don't know what's going on, but somebody just told me that my email address is, hold on, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I'm writing
Yes.
right now.
There it is right there. All right?
Yeah, Professor, thank you so much.
Yes,
Good night.
Professor. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.